Hello. So I wanted to check in with you all. It's a time of year where a lot of families and friends are gathering together, which is really lovely and inspired by celebration and joyfulness and the spirit of this time of year for different people in different ways. It's also the end of the year and the coming of a new year and a new decade. So there's significance in this moment, and I feel like while this time of year has, a collective significance in one way, there are other times of year that can feel significant in a similar way. Family and friends gathering together, spending time together, either, for a holiday that is largely recognized or one that is recognized just by that group of people. But at these times of year, I am aware of how time comes into focus in a particular way. For me, I always hold these moments in a way that I'm aware of this moment, and then I think about what this moment was like last year or the year before, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, or when I was a kid. And some of those thoughts and memories can be really pleasant to recall, and some of them can be a little harder. And I think with the spirit of this time of year being one of gathering together and joyful celebration, any feelings that feel a little rough, a little raw, can be difficult to move through. For me, they come up like little frayed threads, and from time to time I'll just kind of ignore them, but then I find that they get longer and more frayed and more threads, and they make themselves known. And I think it's important to acknowledge them. I think it's important to recognize those feelings when they come up. I, for instance, like to hold each of those thoughts in an image of a tea candle. And then I imagine putting that tea candle in my heart and just letting that light shine. And I breathe with it. And I imagine inhaling, and then as I exhale, the flame moves a little bit. That just shows me my connection to that thought. And I just sit with it for a little while. And then when another different thought or a person who's no longer with me at this time of year, I can hold in my heart in that same way, with that same light. Many ways to do this. You might have your own practice or might create one this year if it serves you. But I feel like it's important to make space to be with those feelings, like I said, so that they don't creep up in more intense ways, vying for your attention in ways that might elicit a response or a reaction that's not an energy you're wishing to introduce to wherever you are and whatever you're participating in. And certainly, not wanting to respond or react to someone around us with, what might have started off as sadness or anger, and can fuel a response to someone that's not even related to the feeling or the reason for the feeling. So, and as we know, with the holiday season, those types of responses in the stressful situation of cooking and coordinating and everything can make this time of year even harder. So, but I think it's important to make space. I think where and when we can be honest with those around us that we might be needing some space to feel those feelings that are coming up, or miss those people who are no longer here, or acknowledge the change that's occurred in the last year, last 5 years, whatever the case may be. For me, it's an opportunity to recognize the healing that we've moved through or are moving through, And it's really important to honor that in ourselves, first and foremost. I think when we can take that space for ourselves is really powerful. If you are blessed with people around you that support you and love you, even just one person in a crowd, you're able to be honest with them and open up to them, even just to have a moment of acknowledgement. And they might be having their moment, and therein lies an opportunity to connect through that reality of being in life and moving through it, that with each year and with these kind of mile markers of events, we're able to pause and acknowledge what's different now versus some time ago. So yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts around honoring the things we're feeling, even if the energy of that feeling in a moment kind of goes against the more joyful celebration energy around you. I would still find space and time to feel it in yourself or with another person, so that you can let it move through you. I think it's significant, and I think it will support you as you move forward, as I feel as it has supported me in my life. And yeah, I'm wishing you all well, and I'm thinking about how I'm bringing to a close the end of 2019 and how I'd like to open the doorway for 2020. And my intention is to do so genuinely and with authenticity, with my full self, and with curiosity and playful enthusiasm to see what can be in 2020. So I honor you. I honor wherever you're at and whatever you're moving through. And I wish you so much wellness and your friends and family wellness. And yeah, looking forward to what comes next.